Welcome once again to another episode of the show. Today I have a special guest with me in the name of Afua, and welcome to the show. I would like for you to first introduce yourself to us and then give us a bit of background to who you are and what you do.
Okay, thank you very much. And first of all, I'll say thank you for the opportunity.
Of course.
And be here. My name is Afua Appiah-Adu.
Yeah.
So I'm a lawyer by profession. However, I have a background in land economy.
Okay.
So I studied land economy at Tech, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Then I went ahead to read law and then qualified in the UK and then came to qualify in Ghana as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a CV that I cannot even match, but we'll take it. So today, basically, I want us to talk a bit about lands, and that's why I wanted you here. I'm very grateful that you are here with me because I think it would be good for people to have that bit of knowledge on the land system. I know people have put out some bit of information there, but I just want a different perspective on certain things. So, speaking on lands, I know people are aware of it, but can you give us a bit of information on the land system that we have in Ghana and then the Land Act as well?
Okay. So when it comes to land ownership, we have different types of land ownership types. So we have stew lands. So those are lands owned by a stew or a skin. In the Ghana system, the chief system or that system, they have stew lands and skins. So it's owned by a traditional authority or traditional area. Then we also have vested lands. So those are lands that are owned by stews or skins, but then they have been acquired by the state. So the state manages those lands. Then we have state lands, public lands. Those are lands owned by government of Ghana. Then we also have individual lands or family lands. So these are lands that are owned by individuals, private individuals, or are owned by families. Particular family in an area owns the land. So that's
it.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the Land Act? Can you give us a brief review on how that works in our country?
Okay, so previously the land laws were, if you want to find any precedent or any law, you have to go to case law, what's been decided in court, or different legislations. But the Land Act, the new Land Act 2020, has come to consolidate all those laws and then put them into one act. Yeah, so that was why that Land Act was created, to consolidate all those laws, put them into one law for people to easily access it and know the laws around the lands. They also introduced new provisions as well in the Land Act.
And has it really been beneficial?
So the thing is that some have been beneficial, but some are still in the process of implementation. So they haven't really started the implementation process. So it's just a law.
Okay.
But it's not being implemented yet. Yes.
All right. So then, lands is mostly like an investment system for some people. Normally, I don't really see it, but I guess it works and people make money from it. So if somebody's looking to buy lands, how do you think they should go about it?
Okay. So first of all, before buying property, you should do your due diligence. So due diligence meaning that you, first of all, who is the owner? You meet the owner, you go to the land, go and see the land for yourself. When you go to the land, look at the extent of the boundaries of the land. So you find out where exactly the land starts from and where it ends. Then apart from meeting the owners to go and see the property, also do your research around the area. So you meet people in the community. You ask them, oh, do they know anything about this land? Who actually owns it? Is there any litigation going on the land? So you get that information as well, because sometimes people in the community can actually give you a lot of information as well concerning the land. Then you also have to do your due diligence at Lands Commission. So normally when you meet the owners and you want to run a search at the Lands Commission, you ask them for the site plan. So they'll send you a copy of the site plan. You run a search at the Lands Commission to be able to determine who actually owns the land, who owns the land, whether the land is a subject of litigation or anything like that. All those things will reflect in the search. But with the site plan as well, the thing is that you also have to go to the land with a surveyor to be able to take coordinates, because they might give you a site plan, but it might be a site plan of another property, not the exact property you went to look at. So you need to go there with a surveyor to take the coordinates of the land, and then you also run that, they generate a site plan, and then you run a search there as well. So you could use both and then run the search at the Lands Commission to find out, I mean, whether it's actually, they need to find out whether it correlates with what exactly is on the land. So if they gave you a site plan, you also take a surveyor, they need to, I mean, compare both and see whether it's actually those, the same thing over there. So that's what you need to do. So after doing those things and being sure that, okay, this is the exact owner of the land, or the land is not a subject of litigation or anything like that, then you meet the owners as well and try and, I mean, before you talk to the owners, you need to have an idea of the price for such lands in the area. So maybe if it's one plot of land in the area, just have an idea of how much that would cost, because some owners would inflate the price and quote anything at the top of their head. They might not even know what exactly the prices are in the area. So you need to have a fair idea of it, so that when he's quoting a price, you know that, okay, this is not the actual price of this land over here. Maybe if it's a plot of land, it doesn't cost this much. So then you try and negotiate, try and beat it down. You know that this is not the price, so you try and beat it down. Get a lawyer as well to try and negotiate on your behalf. Check the documents as well. As I said, the due diligence and everything. Try and check the documents, do a search at the Lands Commission and everything. Then after that, when you have decided on your price, you start the documentation. So you get a lawyer to draft whatever it is, whether it's an indenture, whatever legal document that binds both of you, the lease agreement. You try and draft that as well. Get a lawyer who will do it very well for you, stamp it with their solicitor stamp and everything. Then after that, you take the documents to the court as well for them to execute the document, to stamp it. Then you also take it to the Lands Commission to start the registration process.
So which court do you get to?
The High Court.
The High Court.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're talking about leasing the lands. I mean, it's been something that has been done in a while.
Yeah.
Are all the lands in Ghana leased in that manner, or there are certain freehold lands that is just owned by an individual, and when it's sold outright?
So currently the Land Act prescribes creating freehold interests. So now if you get land from a stool or government or any individual, it has to be a leasehold. They are no longer freeholds. People can't create freeholds or grant you freehold interest, so they will give you a leasehold. Normally it's for a period of 99 years. Then you can renew that. You go for the option of renewing it. Yes. So
okay. All right. So then, right. So in this manner, I think Ghanaians will be able to buy lands, but then there's a lot of foreigners coming in. People would want to stay. They want to stay in Ghana. They want to maybe grow their family or whatever it is, and they are looking to put down roots, and so they're looking to buy lands. Does the same process apply to them? What other thing, if it is there, do they have to go through? Especially if they don't have like a citizenship of sorts.
Okay, so in the Land Act, it talks about ownership for non-citizens of the country. So for non-citizens, they can only be granted 50 years, a 50 years lease. They can't be granted anything above that. And also, I think what happened was that the new Land Act to introduce the fact that a company, a foreign-owned company, I think what people were doing was that if I'm a non-citizen and I can't acquire, I'll rather set up a company and use that to acquire the property so that I can get a longer term.
Sure.
But now they're saying that if a company has more than 40% shares that is owned by foreigners, they cannot get any lease. They cannot acquire property above 50 years. Yes.
So that locks them
At
up as
least
well.
about, yes, that locks them up as well.
Is that even a good thing for them? Because why then would they stay? Even if maybe they are staying in the country for more than 50 years, but then they have to now go and
And they'll have to
rebuy the
renew
land.
it. Yes, that's all. They'll have to just go for the option of renewing the lease.
But the
That's it.
price will go up too as well.
Yes. But
But
I believe that it's a measure to, I mean, protect us as well, like citizens of the country. Because if this is the case, I mean, right now you can see that the average Ghanaian cannot afford certain properties in certain places. Imagine if these foreigners were given 99 years or they were given freeholds. They'll come here and then acquire so many properties here, and we will not be able to acquire land here. So I believe it's a way of also protecting us as well, to give
okay,
us the opportunity to also acquire these properties as well.
all right. I think then I guess that's a favor in the government then. So let's see. We we are buying lands. There's really the real estate market is booming in the country. People are looking to buy lands, houses, whatever it is. What problems have maybe you encountered or scenarios where issues have arisen when it comes to buying land?
Okay. So I'll talk about, you talked about buying land, but I'll also talk about after buying land too. Some
Okay,
of the issues that
come
people
on.
encounter.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So before buying land, as I already said, they are supposed to conduct their due diligence. Sometimes these chiefs end up selling one land to a number of people. You don't go and do your due diligence, you execute the agreement. I mean, you draft an agreement, you say you're going to register it and all that. Then you realize that, look, somebody is coming here and he's saying that I also own this property. These are some of the issues that come up. You go and buy something thinking it's yours, but actually this is a subject of dispute. The chief has sold it to so many people, so multiple sales of land. Secondly, when I talked about the fact that after buying the land, sometimes you buy property and then you don't, people buy property, they don't fence it, they leave it open. People come and settle there. For example, maybe your relative abroad has bought property here, they are not around, they don't have anybody to take care of it. So in their minds, oh, I bought property, it's lying there. When I'm ready, I'll go and develop. They've not fenced it. Then some people in the community go and live there, they settle there, they've been there for some time. Now it's difficult to get them off. You go there, you are ready to develop, and then they are saying that they can't allow you there because they've been on the land, they've lived there for some time. Sometimes to people, yes, sometimes to people employ land guards. They go onto the land, they prevent, I mean, it's one thing that has been dealt with in the Land Act as well. It criminalizes the acts of land guards. So
Yeah.
land guards are individuals who do not have lawful authority over a land, so they don't own the land lawfully, but they prevent the lawful owner from entering onto the land to develop. And sometimes they can be violent about it. They extort money from the people, telling them that you just give me this money, I will leave.
But they
You
come
go
back.
back and you
Of
meet
course.
them there.
It's good business.
These are some of the issues. Also, as I said already, encroachment. You don't develop, people encroach, they will build up to a point. Then now you want to get them off the land. You have to go to court and go and fight these things. Sometimes too, it has to do with a stool maybe gives land to someone, right? And maybe it was their older generation, they gave land to the person, this chief has died, blah, blah, blah. Now there's a new generation there, and they are saying that, okay, you had the agreement with them, but we didn't benefit from it. Therefore, we feel like it's our property, so we are going to encroach or do whatever we like. These are the issues that people face when they go to court. They have to get these people off. They're saying that we didn't benefit from it, so it is ours, so we are taking back what's ours. So these are some of the issues that people encounter. Also, the Land Act makes provision for criminalizing acts of land officers. So there are times where you hear that maybe some land officer has done some fraudulent transaction on the documents, or they've erased something, or they've altered something, or they've hidden a document. You are looking for a document. They are saying they can't find the document, but a land officer has gone to hide it somewhere, right? Criminalizes all those offenses, so they can be prosecuted for those things as well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the prosecution aspects. Land guards have been there for as long as we know.
Yes.
The act now criminalizes the act of it, but is it actually working? Because if then it's been written up and it's been passed, what then comes of the people who then do it? Are they really acting on it?
To be honest with you, I don't think so. Even the fact that you need to know where they are. I mean,
True.
serve them with the processes. You can initiate an action against somebody, right? You even need to know their names, first of all. If you are bringing an action against someone, you need to know who they are, their names, their address, where they are. I don't know whether they are on the land 24/7. Sometimes they come around when they hear that, okay, somebody is coming there. So you need to know where they are. So even when it comes to serving them with the processes and all those things, it can be an issue. But you don't really see in courts that, oh, they are prosecuting these land guards or anything like that. I think there's a lot of work to be done, but yes, about that. But it's a work in progress, I believe.
Hopefully we get there.
Yeah.
So let's go back to a bit about buying lands, right? Real estate property and all that. How would somebody know the legit places to be able to buy land? Because sometimes I think with all the things that are going on, chief selling lands to 2 or 3 different people, or you buy land thinking that is your own, and then somebody says, "No, this is mine," and then you enter into litigation and all that. How would somebody be able to legitimately know that, or where are the places that they can buy land without having any issues come about later on in the future whenever they want to develop, or even if they're not even looking to develop, and then somebody is just coming to take over and everything?
Okay. So we have, real estate firms in Ghana. So normally they will advise that a firm that is registered with the Ghana Real Estate Grader, Ghana Real Estate Development Association. So a firm that is registered with them, because there have been cases where people have made payment to certain real estate companies. No, the company does not even exist. Do you get it? They've just judged that this is the company, blah, blah, blah. You never even went to the location. You just heard that, oh, this is a company, they sell land, and all. Meanwhile, the company doesn't exist. Even if it exists, the location is not the right location. If you go to Registrar General to check the location is not there. You go to the location, you don't find any building there. You don't find anybody there, you see. So there have been issues like that where people have made payments to certain real estate firms, but they don't exist, or even if they exist, you don't know where you can find the exact building or location of the offices of the what's the name, the firm. So the firm should be registered with the grader, as I said. Just do your due, and also recommendations, right? So somebody could recommend a place, they bought property somewhere, they've recommended that, oh, use this agent or use this firm. But first of all, just check whether they are registered with the grader. You want to be sure that they are good, reputable firms that you could work with. So that's one thing I advise, because it makes the process very seamless. They have the experience, so you don't have to really do much. They definitely have lawyers who also prepare the documents as well for you. So you don't have to do much. All you need to do, make your payments, let your lawyer check the documents and everything. They do all the search or anything like that. And then, so that's what I advise.
So that then we just have to trust the real estate companies then.
Yes.
I mean, chiefs are out of the question.
I'm dealing directly with them. I'm not too sure.
So if we don't deal directly with them, what how do we go about the process? Do we get a lawyer to
Yes, you
do
get
from
a
the
lawyer
very
to do
beginning?
from the very beginning, the due diligence.
Okay.
Get a lawyer to do it from the very beginning.
I'm sure there would be some instances where people have done that.
Yeah.
Has it always, is it like 100% success rate when it comes to using lawyers to be able to purchase lands, either from chiefs or from families?
It won't be 100% success, I would say, because I mean, it's a noble profession, but you know how people can be dishonest as
Yeah.
well. Do you get what I'm saying? So, also do your due diligence, know about the firm, who the lawyer is, what kind of cases they've worked on, and all that to know that, oh, this person can be trusted to do this work. So it won't be 100% success, but at least you know that with a lawyer, lawyers, we are very particular. I mean, with our work. So definitely you have to do it diligently. If you are very particular, you be meticulous, you do it diligently. So with a lawyer, I believe that you should be assured that it would go on well, everything, the process would go on well. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I think we are just at the last part. I just want to ask you one thing. So you are generally in the general practice
Yes.
of law.
Yes.
Just it could also be in relation to lands. I just want to know if there's maybe anything that you are seeing that could be improved upon, anything that you would like to revolutionize in maybe your industry or in the workings of lands and land act or whatever is going on.
Oh, well, I think it has to do, you talked about the prosecution as well of these land guards. I think that the government should, what's the name, really implement and ensure that these things are being done to be able to deter others from doing same. Because I mean, if it's just a law and it's not being implemented, then what is the essence of it? So I believe that the laws should not be just written, but they should be implemented. The government should take steps in implementing them and making sure that they are working so that we can trust the system. Because if you just put paper there like written laws, we just read them, but they are not being implemented. That's one thing I'll say, that they should be implemented. The laws should be implemented. Yeah.
Okay, well, I really hope they do, and if they do, I guess we'll be seeing them and be watching what goes on. Well, this is actually the end. I want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for giving us your time and information on everything regarding, a bit of everything regarding lands. I think it's been great, and there are certain things that I really personally wanted to know, and I'm going to think on it. I hope maybe others will do the same. So, yeah, thank you really for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You're very welcome.